Move it a little.
Like that?
Sit back. A little more. Actually, no. Move it back a little bit. I'm sorry. I better.
My hand is where your head's at.
You can tilt it a bit.
Up?
Like facing down.
Like that?
That's better.
Okay. You think we should play anything? Should we just leave it on so it's not so quiet? Yeah, no.
Put it on a good song.
Well, I'm not gonna ask you what. I'll just leave it running, but I'm gonna leave it quiet so you can just hear it barely.
Yeah.
Don't get scared.
I think there's a hobo banging on your car for change.
Shut up.
Give me change, Rock. I know you have change.
They just latched onto the car. They've been holding on.
They've been holding on for like
hours.
over an hour.
They listen to the song and the music with us.
I like the album too, Rock. Give me change.
Okay. Hi guys. I spit.
No, it's recording.
I know it's been recording since you were moving. That's
I
why
didn't know.
That's why I told you. I'm not gonna keep it in because you were like, it's been recording since then.
Oh.
I might just keep it in just for fun. Okay. Hey guys, I don't know who's gonna watch this, but whoever does watch this ever, this is Rock and Evan. This guy is Evan. I'm Rock. We reviewed the new Yes album called Mosquito, and it's this one right here. I got the deluxe edition, so I got a cool cover. So yeah, and it's like a paperback, cardboard, sexy version. Say that. But yeah. Okay, so the first song is Sacrilege, which was the first single off the album. I think that came out a couple months ago. But I don't know. I didn't really expect to hear that when it first came out, because when I heard the details about the album before the single was released, I figured it'd be a bit more fast-paced. And this song is pretty. It's a nice tempo, but it's a lot more kind of chill, but it still has a nice kind of raw sound to it. But yeah, I mean, when I first heard it, it was kind of surprising because I didn't expect a lot of the elements that are in it. So, what did you think of it?
I think in general it's a good song. Choir, really not my thing, but...
Well, see, me, I love the choir. When I didn't hear anything, I didn't read anything about the single until I heard it. And when I was listening to it, it was pretty good, and then all of a sudden the choir comes in like 3/4 of the way in, and I'm kind of just like, what the hell? Because I really didn't expect, like, a choir of all things to jump into a Yeah song. But,
yeah, right.
I thought it was pretty badass to hear, like, a whole full choir. But I guess you didn't feel the same way.
Yeah, I don't feel the same way. Like, it's not bad, but it's not really what I want to listen to either. Karen O, sexy vocals, as always.
On this song? Or do you mean just in general?
Kind of in general, but more so in the song.
Okay.
And another song too. We'll get to that later though.
Okay. So yeah, let me see. Like I said, I think when I heard this single before the rest of the album, obviously, it kind of gave you an idea of what it would be like. And it kind of has, I don't want to say soulful, but it has like more, I guess, emotion behind it than just, I mean, Fever to Tell had emotion, but I think that was more frantic and stuff. This one seems like it has more of like a mature tone to it, but it still has like that raw sound, which I like. You see. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was really good. First single, I think it really, I mean, I read a lot of stuff on the internet, and it kind of caught people by surprise, and it kind of made like its little impact. It wasn't as big as their other singles, like Zero or Gold Lion, but I know it's very different than what people expected. So that's always a good thing, especially when it's the first single of the album. It made like an impact. So the second track, Subway. What do you think about this one before I say anything about it?
Well, Subway. There isn't much to say. It's kind of just the same thing over and over. Kind of it's low volume, like has bass and just like continuous bass throughout. It really doesn't get any more
Intricate?
intricate. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, when I first heard the album in full, a thing that happened in the past with Yaya's albums, the second single off the album, the second track off the album usually has a very, I don't want to say pop sound to it, but it's usually very, like, abrupt, and it has, like, a good, great hooks and stuff. Like, Heads Will Roll, that one was, like, a good dance track. Way Out from the second, from Show Your Bones was a good song, and then it had Date with the Night. From the first album, it was kind of just, like, a good pop rock track. So when I heard this song after Sacrilege, I was kind of taken aback because I was like, I expected something more, yeah, like I said, just poppy-ish. And then this came on, and I was kind of like, okay, it's really like melancholy, kind of quiet. It's really quiet, actually. There's not really any drums in it, and the drums that are there mainly they're just for, I think, atmosphere and just to add like the little thump to it. But at first, I don't want to say I didn't like it, but it kind of surprised me. But the more I listened to it, as with the album in full, I kind of like it because it stands out. Other than the rest of the tracks, kind of has like its own little sound to it, and it's very ambient. But I do like it for that because it is different. But I think as a second track, it was kind of odd.
I found it a little bit lackluster. Like it could have had more of a punch behind it, and there's no punch whatsoever. Yeah,
like when I saw the track list of just the song titles, and I saw Subway as the second track, I figured it was gonna be very New York, kind of like more of a jam, just based on the title, and it's kind of
think, right?
Yeah, but it's an interesting track. I'm not sure if I love it yet, but I know I don't dislike it. Like you might.
It'll come to that. You'll love it eventually.
Well, when we talk about the album in full later on, I think it's gonna make sense. But yeah, just based on these two tracks, you can definitely tell this album is just like different than what they put out before, which they've always put out different. Their albums have always been different in style and sound, but this one kind of it kind of really embraces that and goes with it. So there's Mosquito. What do you want, Mosquito?
I liked Mosquito.
You just like it?
It's nice, upbeat. It gets loud. Her vocals are sexy. This is the song I was referring to. Like, hell yeah, she sounds hot.
When I first heard this song, I was kind of like, I didn't expect it, just because I hadn't heard them be this just sexual in nature since like their first album, because that album was just like dirty, and like the lyrics are dirty and the sound was dirty. So like hearing this was just like, damn, like they still got it after. It's been like 10 years. This year it's actually 10 years. So it was just like, it was refreshing to hear that again.
Maybe that's why I liked it so much.
Like it kind of like a throwback. That's what I got. Like it kind of threw me back to that time when I heard it. Like when I first heard it 10 years ago, I was like, damn. But yeah, the vocals are just like, she's like squealing, not squealing, but just like she's yelling, and it's powerful but very sexual, and the guitar is kind of just, I just like it. It's a really good track. I kind of wish to an extent that this was put out as first single, just because I think that'd make even more of an impact just with the fans they already have. I think that'd be just like a great first single, and there might be another single. It might be the next single, but I just really loved it. It's a good track. Let me see what else I like.
It's a very good track.
And the thing about this album is there's a lot of bass in it, and this one,
a lot of bass.
Were you surprised by that?
Not really surprised, but they don't really do too much with the bass either. It's always like simple, repetitive stuff. Like it's not dancing around. It's just kind of like simple, repetitive. It keeps the flow going. But it gets kind of plain, like when you don't add stuff over it.
True. Okay, then next track, Under the Earth. I just like its tempo. It kind of has like a nice groove to it. What else? What do you think of it?
I thought it was kind of plain, simple, like not very, well, personally, just not very like capturing, enthralling.
Okay. It's not intricate in its percussion, but I think it's very percussive just because it has like a nice, like a, I don't want to say stomping, but it flows very well to me. And they also have like a lot of, this whole album kind of introduces like a lot of different effects to it. The other albums, I mean, the last album had a lot of synths, but this one has like synths and it has just like things that drag out sounds and distorts things. So I think this one kind of shows that early on in the album. If you didn't get that in the past, I mean, especially with the vocals, it kind of just, it pulls things apart and it's really interesting to me.
This album I found was very electronic.
Yeah, especially after the last one.
There's a lot of like effects, sound effects, warping effects, just...
Okay, well I'm not going to ask if you liked it yet. Let's just go through all the tracks. Okay, then there's Slave. Do you remember this song?
Yeah.
What did you think about this one?
According to my notes, I liked it. Yeah, it's upbeat, it does have effects, but it's catchy as well. And it has like stuff that captures your ears, attention, makes it interesting.
Okay. So you mean
I liked it.
So up to compared to the songs previously than this, you think this is like one of the better ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when I first listened to it all the way through, this one, it didn't capture me at first until there's a part when I think the song kind of drops, it fades away a little, and the guitar comes in, and that guitar line that riff kind of just like, I like that riff. I don't know how. I don't know, it's just really cool to me. That was a terrible imitation of the guitar. Shut up. But for some reason, I don't know what it was, but to me, it kind of just like, I recall like I don't want to say 60s or 70s sound to it, but it just sounds like it'd be, if it was recorded differently, it could be like an older track, if that makes any sense. Like I can hear this song being from like the 70s. Just a bit.
If it wasn't like so produced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but like just the way her vocals are kind of like, I don't know, it just has something to it.
I can imagine it, like older style.
But I don't know, it was just kind of interesting to me. And
not 60s though, it would be 70s for sure.
Hearing this live I think would be amazing. Especially, I don't know, just the beat. It's really simple, but I think it'd be really fun to hear live.
Yeah, people would definitely dance to it.
Keep things everywhere.
Keep things, you know, upbeat and
keep STDs rolling.
Oh yeah, gotta keep that.
Okay, I can't really hear this being a single just because I don't see people responding to it very well when it comes to just mainstream audiences. But I think it's a standout track in itself on the album. Next track. These Paths. Okay, I want to hear what you have to say about this one, because this one sounds like it'd be interesting to hear from you.
I wasn't impressed with it.
You weren't?
No.
For some reason, I thought you'd like it, just for some odd reason.
I don't know, dude. It's kind of like a hit or miss with me, and this one missed.
Completely?
Yeah, right here. Not special.
Okay.
It's very electronic, has the keys, the synth. Like, it really doesn't go too far from where it starts off.
True. At first, I love this song at first just because it has like that electronic sound that I always like. But I can hear this being like on their last record, It's Blitz, just for some reason, just because all the electronic sounds and the drum machine. But the thing about this one, the last album was really good. It had a lot of great tracks to it, but I think this album just has like that more full sound. Maybe it's just because it's newer production, but like it sounds more alive than the other stuff did. So I mean, I like this one just because it has like a lot of different sounds to it, and it has like bells. I mean, it sounds like bells to me. Really spare guitar. It's kind of just driven by that, like the drum machine sound.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a part at the end of the track where the track's ending. Did you hear like the vocal distortion effects?
Yeah.
That reminded me of Crystal Castles for some reason. Just because I can hear that being in Crystal Castles, like that's one of the things. And it is very spacious sounding. That's one thing about this album too. It's really punchy kind of at parts, but it also has like that space when you really listen to like some of the more quiet parts to it. It has like that space to it, and I kind of like that.
What would you think if this was performed live?
I think it'd be beautiful live.
Think so?
I think the atmosphere would be beautiful. And I think it'd just be like pretty. It does sound really pretty. But yeah, next track. Area 52. Okay, I have a feeling you're gonna love this. I mean, you love this track just because it has like that loud kind of like rough sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think about this track?
You know, I thought it was hooky. A beat has a nice tempo. Like it's not too slow. It's not too fast either. But it's got this like good speed going on, and it's nice and like rock. It's got a good like rock foundation, just like.
So would you say
like I like it a lot?
So up to this point, you think this is like one of the better songs on there?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Any of their more rock songs, they get it down. I like the way they perform their rock songs.
Okay.
Like, it sounds cool. To me, it's better than, like, most of their electronic stuff. Like, some of their more electronic stuff sounds good. But not on this album. Nothing from this album.
Not on this album.
Was electronic? No. The rock songs from this album, for sure. And this is definitely one of them. Actually, probably number one.
When I first heard this, especially after these paths, that guitar in the beginning, I mean, it's not crazy, but it was just like, after all the space and like atmosphere from the last track,
picks up finally.
It's just like, what? And then that loud distortion comes in, and then the drums are kind of heavy, and her vocals are just really like frantic and stuff. And it was like another reminder of like the Fever to Tell days, and probably also I got like a Sonic Youth feel from it. Really? Even though you don't like them, but like Karen's vocals in this kind of reminds me of Kim's vocals from Sonic Youth back in their day, or even now. But yeah, it kind of throws another reminder of their earlier stuff that they kind of, I wouldn't say they lost throughout the years, but like they kind of went past that. So this is kind of like a cool little.
Hey guys, remember we used to do this kind of stuff and we're still good at it?
It was kind of cool to hear that now.
And we're still good at it.
Yeah. So it sounds like this song would be really fun in the process of recording it and live. I can hear this being like amazing live just because it's like insane.
Yeah, like the crowd I'm sure would go wild.
But I don't know, it's just a fun track.
It's very fun, definitely. To hear live, to hear her sing it, hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
sexy.
Cool. Okay, then there's Buried Alive. What do you think about this one?
I thought it was okay. It's heavy. It's loud. It's pretty electronic for the most part.
True. Okay, so this track, I'm not sure if they only worked on one song with him or more than one. I think it was just one track, but they worked with what's his name? James Murphy. I'm not really a big LCD Sound System fan, even though I should be. Oh yeah, it is James Murphy. Well, he's from LCD. You know who LCD Sound System is?
Heard of him. Never listened.
He's like a dance artist, producer, singer, person. I think they broke up a couple years ago, but I guess he's always produced stuff. But they worked on one track with him, and this one. And they also worked with Dr. Octagon, which I believe is Cool Keith, but that's like one of his little what are those names called?
Persona.
Like a little different persona. So I mean this track it's different just because it has, I mean the production sounds the same to me, but it has that little rap part, which is kind of cool. And it kind of also reminds me of well, I know Sonic Youth did this song with a rapper a while back. That was like in the 90s though.
Really?
Yeah, they did. I mean, for some reason after Area 52, the last track, and then hearing this one was kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna get a lot of Sonic Youth influences for me. So I don't know. I know they've always been influenced by them, but it's just like this is the first album right here that's kind of just like, oh, I can hear it now.
It's prominent.
Yeah, but I kind of just based on what I heard. I mean, I'm not saying I'm disappointed by it, but like James Murphy, I know he makes. I'm not his biggest fan. I don't have all his stuff, but I kind of expected a little more when it comes to his production. So I'm kind of let down by that, just because I thought he would give more than he did. Let me see what else. I thought the guitar that was in there is kind of cool. I mean, just a little part. That was kind of cool, but other than that, my guitar is really bad. But Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's different than the rest of the track just because it has like those little inclusions in the featured artists, but I kind of wanted more when it came to this track. Just when I heard what was going to be included on it, I kind of wanted more. But it's cool. Can't do anything about it. Next is Always, which I think the second teaser they put out of the album, they had I think the beginning of this song, and after the first teaser, which was of Mosquito, hearing this was kind of like, okay, this is like the kind of realm they're going into, which is more, I don't want to say psychedelic, but it has more of like a dreamy type of sound, and it's kind of just, I don't know if I say drugged out, but it sounds like it'd be really good music to listen to when you're high, just really loud, not high, but under some sort of like influence
or something. Yeah,
I think it'd be really fun.
I was thinking the same thing.
What, for this track or just in general?
For this track.
What do you think about this track?
It was like, it is dreamy, like you said. It's got like a chill kind of like atmosphere. It's like overall like not bad.
Even though it's more electronic, like you said, you didn't really like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is like, so even though Subway was more chill, that one was kind of more dragging. And this one is still chill, but it also has like an uplifting sound. I think Subway was kind of like it dragged you down. This one is more like light and airy. And it also sounds, to me, it sounds really romantic. I think the lyrics are also really romantic, but I don't know, just, it's really light to me. And it also, I got like reminders of like Beach House. Do you know who Beach House is?
No.
Yeah, Beach House is like really dreamy electronic music, kind of quiet but dreamy. So I don't know, it kind of gave me that that idea. I thought the guitar is really nice too, just because even though it's not really much, I think it adds to that kind of feel. And towards the end, it kind of adds hand claps, which I love hand claps, like just man-made percussion. I kind of like that. And like also, I don't know if it's 808 bass, but when you listen to it with good speakers, not really my car.
Yeah.
But it just sounds like full and pretty. I just like the song a lot. Okay, next track, Despair. What do you think about this one?
It starts off like with like a fast sounding speed. But then somewhere like it kind of just drops off and then it feels like it's slow. But it's really the same tempo.
Okay, it looks good. Sorry guys, it kind of cut off for some reason. I think after the last track. I can't tell if it's recording us or not correctly. Should I go check again?
If you want to.
Okay. Just move it a bit. Like that way. Okay, so yeah, the camera stopped recording us. So we're gonna redo the last track, which was Despair. Well, we were saying that it wasn't really, well, I said it wasn't really a standout track, but I said it did have a nice build to it, and you did say that it was kind of, it changed a bit. You said it started out one way,
yeah,
kind of falls off, but I just said it comes back and it kind of has like a big sound to it.
But the build up, like, it makes you think it's gonna like get into something bigger,
like epic.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. I mean, just based on what I heard about the song beforehand and the fact that they were playing it back in the day, I figured that by this time it'd just be like a big, huge, epic track. But yeah, Despair, it's cool. I like the drums. The drums that do come in are really cool, but it's cool. It's chill, nice, I guess. I can hear this being on their second album a bit, but differently, because it wouldn't sound like this. It'd be more acoustic sounding and different, really produced. But yeah, I can hear it being on the second album easily. And then there's Wedding Song, which we're getting into. So what were you saying?
About Wedding Song?
Yeah, you said you didn't really, what'd you say? It was kind of like, bleh.
It's got some heavy bass on there. It was, really didn't stand out to me.
Okay.
And like, once, I think it's the bass comes in, it's just like, it just, yeah.
This part? You don't like it?
Like, it's pretty continuous throughout the rest of the song.
Okay. That's it?
kind of. It's just like,
Well, I mean, personally, I think it's like a great way to end the album, even though it's kind of tonally it changes from the beginning, especially after like Mosquito and Area 52. But I think just as a closer, I think it's probably the best choice they had. I don't see what else they would be able to close with maybe Subway, but that'd be kind of like a weird ending of the album. Maybe Subway could be a cool closer if it was the last track.
End with a bang. Area 52. All their tracks should have been Area 52, and like end with a bang. You know.
I mean, to an extent, I see what you're saying, but I think the days of that were fever to tell. And I think now, I mean, after 2 albums, I mean, I think they're okay with. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not good, but I think now they've moved past just like loud, crazy, big, huge, like percussive, loud punk songs and garage rock, screaming and yelling and sex sounds and stuff.
Sounds badass.
And no, it does. I would love to hear like another album like that, just like that. But like, I don't think they're in that place anymore to perform anything like that. Because that was 10 years. That was 10 years ago. That was 2003. I mean, I know she just got married, like before this album was released. I think like last year. So I mean, I think Always and Wedding Song kind of like show that like kind of romantic side to them a bit. Even though it doesn't really play into like the music, I think it just shows like the reasons behind it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know it's kind of like it's nice. I like this as a closer. It's cute. I don't want to say cute. This makes it sound like small, but it's beautiful to me. And what else did I say?
Beautiful.
And for some reason, the guitar that does come in kind of reminds me of The Cure. Just like it has like an 80s sound to it to me, like romantic 80s music. That's just me. What else? So I like the song overall, and I think, yeah, it is kind of a calm way to end the album. But I think I mean, I should expect that by now.
This album ends not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Oh my god. Okay, so overall, what do you think about this? Okay, well, okay, let's say
11 songs, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, no. I think, yeah. Is there 11? Well, let's say
11.
The songs you didn't like first, and okay, don't just songs you couldn't stand and like you wouldn't listen to ever again.
Okay. Subway, Under the Earth, These Paths, Wedding Song. Everything else, like, okay. Sacrilege, good song. Mosquito, good song. Slave, good song. Area 52, great song. Bury It Alive, okay.
Always.
Man, I could live without it. Despair.
I feel like Despair it has potential.
It had
I think.
potential.
Well, I mean, it's already recorded. It's already released.
Yeah.
But maybe it sounds better live.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just
there's
saying.
lots of bands and songs that are like that, better live than studio.
Oh, don't say they sound. No, don't say that because it makes it sound like they're not good studio wise.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
But I don't know.
I'm just saying that song.
So overall, you didn't like 4 of them.
Yeah. Like half the album I did like, and then like half the album I really didn't like.
Okay, so which one is you said Sacrilege was good. Even though when I first asked you about Sacrilege, you said it was a bleh. But you think it just seemed like listening to the whole thing together, it's good compared to the other ones?
Oh, definitely. Like it just makes Sacrilege like it lifts it up.
How sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
So you've listened to the other albums, right?
Yeah.
You have them. I gave them to you. So in comparison to the records, what do you think? Where do you think it stands?
Like out of 4.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to hear. Oh, you're probably gonna say it's like the least favorite one, huh?
The hierarchy? No. Show Your Bones is probably my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah. And then I want to say like, I don't know.
I think you just like loud, so you obviously like Fever to Tell. Like everyone loves Fever to Tell, so it's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Honest. Fever to Tell, then It's Blitz, then Mosquito, then Show Your Bones.
Well, at least. So, songs I didn't really like, even though I mean I'm a huge fan of them, and I don't know, I don't know if you can say I have like a biased opinion, but I mean songs I didn't like. To be honest, the only song I probably didn't really I'm not gonna say I didn't like, but the songs I didn't really care for. I think the only one was Buried Alive, just because I think it had more potential. And it's not bad whatsoever. I just think it could have been a lot better than it was.
Could have had more of a bang behind it.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about it, but I think it needed something else.
It did lack something.
But that one, I think, I mean, Despair, I think could have been better too. So I think those are the only two that are kind of like off to me. But I mean, I'm pretty sure like in a month I'm gonna like love all these tracks. So obviously, I love the rest of them. But I think my standouts, I mean, obviously Sacrilege. I have to say Subway just because it's so weird to me, and it's just like, it's so sad. I like it.
Oh, you.
I mean, I think everything else is like on the same level for me.
Really? Mosquito is the same level as Under the
Well, because
Earth?
they're different songs. They're all different.
What about Area 52? That one's pretty badass.
Well, that's the fun part of the album.
The fun song on the album.
Exactly. So I mean, I think each track on here has.
Mosquito and Sacrilege were fun too.
True. Well, I think each track on here has like its own little stamp of like something different. So I think they all offer something different. I don't think any song is like the same as the other one. So I think that's always good because they've never done it in the past. So I think now they wouldn't start now, obviously. I think I like this album better the first time I listened to it more than I liked It's Blitz. Even though It's Blitz grew on me over time, and it has like amazing tracks on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think hearing this first was like, wow, like I don't know what it was. Just different to me.
It is different.
Yeah.
And I think it will take some time to grow.
True. So where do you see them going next with like their stuff?
I don't know. To me, it seems like they're going more into like the electronic realm.
True. Well, I mean, everyone else is doing that, so I guess it's gonna happen regardless.
But like when they do the rock tracks, it still sounds good.
Yeah. After all this time,
it sounds really good. Like I wish they could just incorporate that more. Like if they're gonna do electronic, make it like a rock electronic. Like why not mix it up as opposed to having it just electronic?
But I remember Karen O worked with Trent Reznor on a single for Girl's Dragon Tattoo, and for some reason I always thought it'd be amazing to hear them work together on an album with Yayaz and Trent Reznor. It would just be so like dark and heavy, and I think if they were to go an electronic route for like in the future,
They should do that.
that'd be like amazing to me. Just because it'd be loud, dark, sexual, I think to an extent, and just like
That'd be
and I think it'd be intense. It'd be intense,
Oh yeah.
and the guitar would just be like, oh god, that'd be actually really amazing. I want to hear that.
That sounds pretty hot.
See, if anyone's listening, if anyone on the AS team is listening, I want to hear that next. I would say to check it out regardless, even if you're not even a fan of theirs, just give it a listen. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find something on this record or on the other records that you'll like. Because I know people that don't listen to them. It's kind of weird. Because you'd think after this time, everyone would listen to them. But I don't know if they should listen to this first though. Will this be a good first album of theirs?
Yeah, because the other ones are like more epic than this.
Oh my god! See that? So this is like a good basic one to listen to?
Yeah, this is like a good starter, you know?
Oh,
Get
God.
your foot in the door, and if you're like, okay, you know, like, I'm curious about the rest of this stuff, you're gonna be wowed by the rest of this stuff, and it's gonna be like, oh shit, they're actually really good.
I suppose. Okay. Well,
Like to me, this one didn't exactly showcase
how good they really are.
how good they really are. Hell yeah, and that's exactly what Fever to Tell did, and like, It's Blitz has a lot of those elements too. Like, damn, you're pretty awesome.
We need to see them live. We need to see them. Oh, I saw them live already. I saw them live. I can only imagine how it's going to be now.
Damn.
We need to go.
Hell yeah.
If anyone wants to get us money to get us tickets to go see, or get us them for free, you can do that by sending in money to blah, 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 blah. I'm just kidding. I don't have anything to send money into.
Carpool.
But carpool, oh god. Well, yeah. I don't have a rating scale for this yet, so I'm not going to give it a rating, just because that doesn't seem right at this point. But maybe later on the channel, whatever this is going to turn into, I'll make like a rating scale, and I'll give it a rating later on.
Yeah, you could do that
But,
in the info.
I guess. But yeah, if you guys liked it, you can try to like subscribe or something. I don't know how it's going to work from now on, but yeah, let me know what you think. There's comments on YouTube, so you can leave comments and stuff. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get going right now. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And I'm gonna make this not awkward, so I'm gonna keep on talking while I'm still moving the camera. And goodbye.
You're gonna edit that out.
I am.